Welcome back to the Museum of Aquarium and Pet History. Today we're going to talk about Eric Bodrock. So Eric Bodrock is probably one of the most famous Corydoradinae catfish or catfish breeders out there. Except for my friend Lee Finley, of course. No, just kidding. Lee, I know Lee, you're retired, but Lee is a phenomenal catfish breeder in his own right. But Eric and I have both share the same passion of the vintage aquarium and pet items. And he sent me a big lot of vintage aquarium items. So I just want to quickly go over what he sent and then give you a little update on a couple other things. So this is Sanders brine shrimp eggs, which actually public aquariums use brine shrimp eggs for all their baby seahorses and all kinds of other things that they keep in the public aquarium. So these big sizes were very popular with people that bred fish, whether it be private or public. So that's that. This is a French's. The same company that makes your yellow French's mustard actually made bird products, believe it or not. I don't know how long they stayed in the bird business, but this is bird gravel, also known as bird teeth, because they would put it in their gullet, and that's what they'd use to basically break or crack the seeds. So that is the little bird gravel with a 25-cent price tag. Originally, I think it was even less than that. Medicated tar shampoo for dogs. Some of these dips for dogs were so dangerous that you don't find them anymore. This is a Sulfa tar shampoo for dogs. And I remember this in the 70s. That was actually very popular. So that is, I don't get many dog products from that era. So I was excited to get that. And this I was really excited to get because I've never seen these before. And I kept trying to explain to him because Eric did a video. I said, Eric, I want some of those medications. He goes, which ones? I go, the ones on the second shelf, top left, frame number, such and such. So finally he found them, and it was these medications here, and they're actually really cool. This is Malicure for fungal and bacterial diseases of fishes. Back in the day when you could pretty much do anything for fish medicine. Now it's a little more difficult. This is a nitrogen cycle conditioner. We have, this is for plants. We have a dechlorinization one, a detox neutralizer for harmful metal in the tank, Super Ox. This is for maintaining health and vigor of aquarium fish. And of course, Tetra Aquasafe. This is one of the early original samples. This is a little teeny sample of Aquasafe. And then this one here is interesting because I've heard of this company, but they were back east. They're based in Pennsylvania, but I never remember them out on the West Coast. I don't think they made it to the West Coast, and I'm not sure how long they're in business, probably maybe 10 years or less. It's called Breedmore, and this is a saltwater starter kit. So this was pre-mini reef, the keeping of coral. And this was, this had, my gosh, look at this. It's got the instructions. It's got a pH deal here. It's got laboratory grade carbon. It's got the Breedmore Corporation Trace Organics, manufactured in the USA. Keep out of reach of children. Pretty crazy stuff. And it's amazing this survived. I mean, this is probably, I'm guessing 60s, maybe 70s, but it looks 1960s. Let's see if there's a date. Could be a date, but maybe not. Sometimes they don't date it. Nope, no date. That's too bad. So I don't know what happened to the company. If any of you have had any of the Breedmore stuff, please send me a note. That would be great. And then just really quick, he sent me this because he knew I would love it. This is some of these big companies, they have promotional gifts. And Tetra, the famous Flake food fish company, has a mouse, and it has a little water thing with a little can of TetraMin in it. So is that the coolest thing you've ever seen? A Tetra mouse. I'm going to be hooking this up really quick. So that's cool. And then just the last things. And this box is open. Brine shrimp eggs by Longlife, which was bought out by Stern Co., which was Hart's Mountain. So that was that. Filter-Pac. This looks like a zeolite with carbon, and the box is broken open, so I'm not going to lift that up and let it get all over the floor. The small mammal alternative. Ooh, that's interesting. Not sure what that's about. And then we've got, again, where Tetra had a little food that you can stick to the glass. We always thought those were really cool. Trace element blocks by Jungle. No longer, I think, in business. And there's a Jungle Shimmy block. And one last thing is I just want to tell you, so Eric's life partners, Regina, Spotty, they've got a fish room and they breed tons of fish. He also has an antique aquarium paraphernalia video on YouTube that has 59,000 views. It came out 7 years ago. And just to show you how popular Corydorad's catfish are, this book just came out. It's a second edition by Ian Fuller and Hans-Georg Evers. And it's amazing. This book is just on Corydorad's catfish. Look how thick it is. And if you want a copy of that, we'll also put that in the video. They also have this incredible collection of little Corydorad's catfish pins, which I thought were adorable. So I had to get both. So that's it for today. Hope you liked it. And again, we'll see you again. And thank you, Eric, for all these goodies. I love it. All right. See you next week.